Blenders. Let me tell you about my recent experience with blenders. I know there are many blender videos out there. I haven't really watched that many of them because I only look them up when I need a specific recipe or how-to. So I imagine there will be nothing new in this video, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it anyway. I have an old standard blender, the kind everyone had from the 50s through the 2000s. And now I have a Pampered Chef Deluxe cooking blender as well. I'm not a big blender user, more of an on-the-rocks cocktails kind of guy. So that takes a huge chunk of blender use out of my world. The Pampered Chef blender has a ton of features, so I figured it would boost my blender usage. It can make smoothies, shakes, soups, sauces, jams, alternative milks, and nut butters. It is a very capable blender, but I didn't start using it any more than the old standard until recently. Now, I'm making smoothies every few days, and they are smooth. I was excited to try making coconut milk, or almond milk. I made coconut milk once. It was hard work. It took a long time. It cost $12 for the shredded coconut, and it wasn't as good as the almond coconut milk I get at the store for $3.50. So I haven't made any since. I would love to try making some nut butters and some jams, but it looks like all the same factors would be at play, and it looks like there'd be a huge mess to clean up. I tried making a non-dairy ice cream with a recipe that used bananas and not much else. I thought it was awful. The texture was nothing like ice cream, and the taste was completely like bananas. No matter what I added to it, it tasted like bananas, and felt like a frozen solid puree. Neither was enjoyable. I know there are many recipes out there that use bananas and say, this doesn't taste like bananas at all, but I've found that to be complete BS every time. Feel free to challenge me on this and leave your favorite banana-based recipe in the comments. The Pampered Chef blender is a bit bigger than the old standard one. It's taller and wider. It doesn't fit under my cabinets, so it takes up a permanent spot of counter space out in the open. The old standard does fit under the cabinets, and it's pretty easy to tuck it out of the way and ignore until next use. The Pampered Chef blender can only be set up one way, with the handle to the right. I don't like that. I'd rather it be out to the front, or I'd like to be able to switch it to whatever side I want, like I can do with the old standard. Cleaning. The Pampered Chef blender has a heated wash setting. You add some soap and water, press start, and it goes through a cleaning sequence. It gets the inside of the pitcher clean, but you still have to rinse the lid and the outside of the blender. It's pretty easy, but I found I stopped using it and just started adding soap and water to the pitcher and then shaking it up and rinsing it all out. If there was stuff stuck in the blades, I'd use the heated wash setting because there's no way to remove the blades like on the old standard blender. Oh, one tricky thing. You can't submerge the base of the Pampered Chef pitcher, so you have to be careful washing it. That's probably a costly mistake I hope to never make. Noise. Let's do a head-to-head test. If you're a hardcore blender user, one of these newer blenders is definitely the way to go, as long as you have the space for it. If you don't use a blender much, these new ones are just overkill that take up a lot of space. I hope there was something new and insightful for you in this video, but if there wasn't, I hope you enjoyed watching it anyway. Now go forth and Captain Domestico your own pit of despair.